I gave myself 35 minutes to get to the pickup for the $78 pickup payout, and I'm stuck in traffic on the Southern State. When I went in, because I know their food seeps, I believe they don't put saran wrap underneath the covers, but I can't take it that far. But I did ask for another half box. You know, they're not the full box with the hard tops. And I went through, it's a lot of half a trays. It's 3 bags. I put the rice on the very bottom of the half boxes, because if those squish a little bit, nothing's going to seep out from it. It really does matter. And they had 5 half trays. One was like a shrimp, vegetable rice, a brown rice, a white rice, some other kind of rice. And I put them on the very bottom. I went like this with the tins. The steak dishes are seepy. I put them on top. I put the other food that I didn't get the vibe, the feel that it was liquidy. So I put them in the middle. It does make a difference. And having one extra half a box, there will be so much less seepage of the juices coming out from the trays. So this was a good pickup, and they didn't give me any beef. They left me alone. And I placed the sodas. There's 3 or 4 2-liter bottles of soda, and I put them on the bottom in a bag. And then I place another bag on top of that that's closed flat, because I have cardboard to give it some, you know, balance. And then I put the other 2 bags of food on top. But taking the 5 minutes in the store prevents a lot of spillage, seepage, all the juices coming out of the tins. Less of a mess. Because I packaged everything properly, even though the half tins are the shallow ones, they're not deep. When you place heavy food on top, like you place 4 or 5 tins on top of each other in the half boxes, seepage comes out. You know, the juice. So it was seamless. It was clean, and they had a green and red cloth, tablecloths on the 2 tables on the side. I was in the middle of cubicles. That's how the office was set up. So I had to be very quiet, respectful. I laid everything out pretty nicely, organized the rices together and the chickens and the sauces. I noticed they had soda. There was no cups for the soda. I did notice that. So now I was only down the block. It was it's down the block from Walmart in Farmingdale. So I accepted an offer for $20. It's a little farther delivery. It's a beautiful spring day. I'm actually warm. I'm actually warm in this. It's perfect weather to walk around without a jacket. I forgot to mention, after I completed the delivery, I received a really good offer for tomorrow. As of now, I won't be forgetting to swipe that extra confirmation swipe. $100 payout. $100, baby. And close. I'm waiting for someone to unlock the deodorant. I can't believe that. I'm waiting to get deodorant unlocked. And I did press the button. You know, I'll press it one more time. For good luck. When light is on, message is being sent. But it's flickering, it's not on. When light is on, then it goes like that. Got it. A lot of people are waiting to get things unlocked, and they're recording this. So maybe they're testing to see how long a worker gets here. I think, you know, besides thieving, but everything's locked up. There's 5 people here waiting to get deodorant unlocked. No lie, people left. They don't want to wait, and they're waiting for products in several sections. They say they don't have that kind of time. 3 people just left the aisle. So now I'm at their mercy because I'm completing a spark, and nobody's coming.
We've been waiting in 2 different sections. Yeah.
Well, sorry, you guys have to wait. I'm with you on this.
Is there any way we could try to get some help?
Thank you for telling them. Thank you. 15 minutes, maybe 20, waiting for someone to unlock the door. And they have security cameras. There's got to be a better way. I'm sure they're losing money. That's why they're doing what they're doing, you know, in the big picture. But, I mean, there was a pile up in the deodorant aisle. Give me a break. We asked the person at the self-checkout for Spark, can I pay for the few items that I'm picking up? I needed a couple of more things. An extra roll of gift wrapping paper and some tissue paper. And he said yes. So at least I don't have to stop and make an extra trip, especially since I waited 15, and you know what, I'm going to say 20 minutes to be able to grab a thing of deodorant. Eventually, they need to have a machine that's portable, that the people, you know, ringing the bell to get money for charity should be able to accept Apple Pay or Google Pay for your phone. I think we're in those days now. It should be done. So I am looking at the ground. I don't want to get anybody's faces on the camera, but you see what I mean. They should have a portable machine and a little more extravaganza, a little tree. It needs an upgrade. I bet you they would receive a lot more money. I'm in the Farmingdale area. I pulled into the Walmart parking lot. 5 minutes. They sent me this offer. The last few deliveries are in, well, the second half are in Merrick and Freeport, and I live in Freeport. I'm very grateful for this because it's taking too long to earn money, so I might as well accept this batch. I'm going to start the trip, and I'm already in the parking lot. Let's get to work. Okay, I'm pulling up to a spot so I can swipe confirm arrival, and I'll pick lucky number 7. That sounds good. Let's do it. It's just about, it's 10 to 3. It's 10 to 3. It took me a while to get the stuff in the car. There was a problem. Then I stopped at Panera Bread right here so I could use the bathroom. My goal is to be in my apartment by 6 o'clock. That's the goal. Shouldn't take me longer than 3 hours. This was a long, you know, at 2:15 I accepted it. It's already 10 to 3. And they're making me do a face recognition in the middle of my day, which is bizarre because I've already completed one today. That was tough. That was tough, thank God. I mean, I feel you get breaks, you get lucky that I was able to place that on my cart. I would have opened up the bag and taken out, we think that was firewood, and those blocks, they were over 50 pounds, absolutely. I got lucky that I was able to place it on my cart and roll it right up to their door. Lucky, lucky, lucky. If I had to walk up steps, you know, if I couldn't use my cart, I would have had to open the package, take the stuff out, and bring them up package by package. That's what I would have done, because there's no way I would be able. I mean, I barely lifted it from the cart to the cart, and it was tough, and I did it, but I didn't notice that in the route. So I'm glad that's over with. The rest is all average packages. I'm on my last few drop-offs. That is a really pretty tree. That's beautifully done. This is in Freeport Roosevelt. Very nice. I love it. The dim blue, the twinkling white lights, and then you have some solid white lights. It is a very pretty tree. And of course the rest of the house is decorated. They got lights all over the place, but that stands out. Nicely done. Okay, folks, I'm on my last drop off. Let's see if I can get into my parking lot by 6 p.m. I'm just gonna make it. 5:55. 5:55. I just made it. and I focused. And I only took one bathroom break, and I ran in, ran out really fast. I accepted the order at 2:15. By the time I got the stuff in the car, there was a little problem there. There was a product missing. Then they came to the door and said, "You're missing this. This has to go with that order." 5:56. Then I went and used the bathroom at Panera Bread. Then I got to it. So 3:15, 4:15, 5:15, 3 hours and 45 minutes. And I pushed it from the moment I accepted it to pulling up to my driveway. Let me see how much I earned. $56.11. They paid me a little bit more because I received that notification saying that I qualified, this order qualified for extra wait time because it wasn't ready. So, you know, it wasn't the best payout, but the miles were on the more low side. I forget how many, but it wasn't like overkill or anything like that. And it brought me home. The last 6 deliveries, one was in Merrick, a couple in Roosevelt, and the last few were in Freeport. It was logical. I was working my way back from Farmingdale, and at least I got paid for it, and I put the time in. So 3 hours and 45 minutes. I'm very grateful for the $100 payout for tomorrow. Let's see if it's still there. I have to remember when I wake up, make sure I swipe that triple confirm. I don't like that because, you know, things happen. Sometimes you have a late morning, you're rushing, you're not thinking about that. I don't know. It just seems like an extra step. And I already said I gave my word that I'm going to complete it. I don't know, 4 hours. Things can happen an hour before delivery. It can happen. So they must know that that's the way it's going to work, I guess. If you watch me, you know I share a little bit about my life. Not as much as I used to because I had a problem. But that's another whole video. But when I get home, I went to a meeting. I like what I heard. There are people taking care of it. And the elevator, it's going to be a long process. Something like that to replace a whole unit. And of course, people complained, and they're allowed to defend themselves and find out why this or why that. There's a lot more involved that I didn't take into consideration, and I'm big enough to look in the mirror and say, you have a lot to learn, but I also don't take care of a building, you know. And I learned a lot. And I also offered some of my time to volunteer to show respect for the place I live in. But we'll get to that when the time comes. Today, I just got home. You watched my video. I just made it 6 o'clock. I called it. And that's with, I was there at least 20 minutes longer than I had to be when it came to picking up those products because there was an issue. So, when I get home, I am taking a chance with the elevator because they did temporarily fix it. And you feel the difference in the mechanisms because when you use something for a long time, you tend to know the noises, know the feelings, you know know your home. Like I know my mom's home. I learn a lot. As I take a sip, I made it upstairs. The elevator didn't get stuck. This is very good. I never had there. Line 39, Sauvignon Blanc. It's a good one, and I think it's dry, on the dry side, in my opinion. But I won't take it going down when I go to work because I don't want to be late for work. I take the stairs. It's a lot easier to go down the stairs than it is go up the stairs. I didn't have to take the elevator today, but I walked a lot. I was in and out of the car. I was climbing up steps, and I even have boots on. I don't even have sneakers. I'm really trying to become, turn back the clock a little bit. So cheers to making it to my apartment, not getting stuck in the elevator. And they are working on it. It's going to be a long process. Until the next video, well, let's see. Until the next video clip, yeah. let's see what happens tomorrow. I just don't know if I'm going to work after the scheduled delivery because the holidays are next week, and I feel my services are going to be needed Monday and Tuesday right before Christmas, because a lot of gig workers not only is it a busy time of year, and I believe Hanukkah is the day after Christmas this year. There's a lot going on in Kwanzaa. I mean, there's like all the holidays bunched up in 2 days, you know? A lot of the gig workers have kids. There's Christmas parties. The schools are closing for the holiday. They have many more things to do. I believe Monday and Tuesday, I want to make sure everything's done. So if I'm needed by the scheduled deliveries throughout the whole course of the day, I'm going to do it, because I would rather complete high-paying jobs instead of just driving around and looking at the apps constantly, seeing, can I get a batch like I just completed? That's a Spark batch. Can I get a shipped? Can I get a shop and deliver? Can I do some Ubers? Can I do some Grubhubs? You know, I would rather just complete a few high-paying scheduled deliveries. So I want to be available the 2 days before Christmas because I feel they're going to need me.